Good morning. Look at that view for waking up to, huh? Just totally blue skies, mountains, lake, plains. Not so bad. So my little lean-to tarp worked pretty well. It's like 8 o'clock, 8:30, and I actually slept for 12 hours last night, excluding waking up at 4 in the morning for about 20 minutes when it started pouring rain and kind of tucking stuff underneath the tarp, and the coyote incident. That is just the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me while camping out here. In retrospect, I'm gonna look up because it was big for a coyote. Like, I've never seen a coyote that was that big. It was this, like, if it was a dog, it'd be a 60-pound dog, I think. I mean, I guess that means it's a 60-pound coyote. And it was also a lot darker than I've ever seen a coyote. Like, coyote brown, right? It was kind of gray, but it was hard to tell because it was pitch dark outside and I was only conscious for 2 seconds when I got a look at it. But that was just the weirdest thing. I was thinking while I was going back to sleep about how that would have been if it took my boot and carried it off. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I only had one boot out here. I have to go ride one-footed or one-shoed to the store and buy another boot, buy another pair of boots. Yeah, so this is, my boots were right here, stacked right there next to my head, and I woke up to like a dragging, or like, it was some kind of noise that was my boot on the ground. You know how a dog like grabs stuff and shakes their head? It was like that, but it was right there, 12 feet away. So he must have grabbed a boot from right next to my head, taken 8 steps that way, and then I woke up. And it took me a second to realize what was going on. Really fast though. Woke up, heard a noise, looked up, saw that coyote right there, and I yelled at it. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Go away!" And it freaked the out, dropped the boot, and ran. It kind of went over to the tree line and stood and watched me for a little bit, and I yelled at it again, and it ran. But that was very interesting. I think I'm going to do a better job about tidying all my stuff up before I go to bed. I was exhausted last night, though. I was thinking that I was coming down with this, getting sick with something. But I've just been sleeping for 3 hours a night for the last 3 days, so got my 12 hours of sleep now, and I am ready to put some miles on the bike. I'm ready to pull some gold out of the ground. Kind of my stuff got a little bit wet. The end of my sleeping bag got a little damp in my blanket. So first thing this morning, I'm just gonna hang out for a bit, put stuff out in the sun, let it dry out, pack up camp slow, take it easy. I am feeling so good with proper amount of sleep though. Wow, wind, it's blowing droplets of water up off the lake. Tiny little lake, and it's got like foot-high waves. We go south around, Craig's on the other side, and that's where the gold is. This is so beautiful. I'm glad I came up here. Stopped for lunch next to, I don't know, maybe it's an old abandoned gas station or something. The wind is so terrible. Feels like it's pushing the bike over when I ride, but going to Steamboat Springs. Stop and get something to eat. This is my lunch. It's a sandwich from the gas station and sweet tea. Pretty section, a cool ride. So I'm gonna clip you on so you can see. It's pretty cold. It's coldish, I think mid-50s. 60 maybe. And it's very, very windy, but it's gorgeous. All right, how's that look? Yell at your computer screens if it's messed up. Alright, time to get the gear on. Would you care to know what the temperature is? I bet 56, 57. Cold. I'm putting you away till I get to Steamboat Springs, because it's just going to be rainy and horrible, and I'm going to have to stop a lot and warm up, so see you then. Well, I was right about that. That was horrible. 55 degrees and driving rain, trying to pass over Bunny Ear Pass into Steamboat Springs, which is, I'm not sure how high up it is, but it's pretty high. So it was cold and wet and miserable. So I hung out in this bar until it stopped raining. Now I'm gonna make a sprint. I saw on some government websites there are some dispersed camping sites on the Yampa River outside of Craig, which is where I want to gold mine, so that's great. But I need to get the permission from the Yampa State Park manager, Yampa State Park region manager. So I'm gonna stop by their headquarters on the way through Hayden and see if I can get that. Otherwise, we're gonna have to find something else out. Anyways, here we go. This is the town of Steamboat Springs. Keen viewers among you may note that it is still raining. Settling for a KOA. Alright, well, I don't know how much you can see, but here I am all settled in. Got a fire going. This is a very low stress option for camping. Got my little lean-to set up with the sleeping bag and everything, just ready to jump into bed. Oh, it was a good day. It was a hard day, but feels like an accomplishment to have made it here so far west. I'm feeling really good about the sustainability of this. All my stuff's dry. I feel well rested and hydrated and like still enthusiastic. So another week and a half is feeling pretty good. I'm ready for that. I'm sure that in the next week there's gonna be a night when I can't get all my stuff dry before I go to bed, which will be very unpleasant, but you know, after such a crappy day today, I'm pretty confident I can keep it comfortable. But, I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Alright. I'm going to bed. Tomorrow, we gold mine. Good night.